And here we have it, another weekly Web3 digest with me, Jake Block, the founder of Magnet. Firstly, thank you all for tuning in. It means a lot when we see the viewership continue growing on this channel. We're just here to try and share a weekly insight into this industry that's not broadly seen. But if you're someone that's operating in this industry and you want to know what's going on in the deep side of crypto, all you need to do is jump on here 5 minutes once a week and you're going to understand everything that you need to know to stay in the loop with the business side of this industry. And today, this one is not going to disappoint. There's a lot that's going on that kind of gets blinded a little bit by market action. So you're going to want to watch this one until the end and grab all of this value, because I think a lot of what we have here today is super exciting. And that's enough of me talking. Let's get into it. So the first bit of news on the weekly Web3 digest is continued Bitcoin dominance. For those of you that don't know, Bitcoin now accounts for over 30% of most crypto portfolios. And a big part of this, as we know, is the institutional interest in Bitcoin. It's gone through the absolute roof in the last 6 to 12 months. But to see Bitcoin as being held by over 30% of individuals in this space, making up 30% of crypto portfolios, really does go to show the strength that Bitcoin has right now. And as we're all sitting here wondering when we're going to get an alt season, Bitcoin continues to perform. Even when it dropped below 100K, a few days later, it's back up to 109. The strength in Bitcoin, our leader right now, is unstoppable. And the statistics around the percentage of portfolios that hold Bitcoin, I don't think it's going to surprise anyone here, but sometimes we need to hear the hard facts. And that is that Bitcoin is making up over 30% of current crypto portfolios. AI kicks off the next Web3 run. We know that AI is a big narrative in this industry right now, but did you know that there's actually 4.5 million daily active users of Web3 based AI dApps? This is nearly double the count of where we were at this stage last year, showing not just growth in the AI narrative, but also growth in the AI adoption. Blockchain AI app activity surged by 86%, whilst the AI app usage market share in crypto surged from 9% to 19%, even overtaking gaming. And in addition to this, AI-based projects have raised over $1.3 billion in 2025 alone. To me, this signals a structural shift. AI is becoming a dominant part of this industry and all of the numbers relate to it. Do not sleep on the AI Web3 crossover. Circle is breaking the charts. Circle, you guys know this, it's USDC, or the guys that run USDC. They IPO'd at the start of June. And since that point, they're up over 600%. We're not talking that they launched a meme coin or they launched their own crypto coin, and that's why we're seeing these sort of numbers. They IPO'd and their share price has gone up 600%. A big part of this is the Genius Act being passed, enabling a great regulatory framework in the US for stablecoins. But going from $31 a share to over $240 a share is no small feat. And it really does indicate a strong future of stablecoins. Of course, the Genius Act does. But in addition to that, the performance of stablecoin-led companies also indicates this. And to me, this is all about perfect timing. If Circle did their IPO a year ago or 2 years ago, they would never have received the success that they have in their post-IPO stage like they have now, timing it perfectly with the Genius Act. Swipe to DeFi, over 3 billion cards go on-chain. So in the past week, Chainlink and Mastercard have partnered up to bring over 3 billion cards on-chain, allowing these users to buy crypto, and they're starting with Uniswap. I'm reading here that this integration removes friction like wallet setup, onboarding, and of course, as we know, KYC. They're going to let users convert fiat to crypto in one single step. And with Mastercard already tokenizing 30% of its transaction volume, this marks a decisive step forward towards mainstream crypto adoption. Krak by Kraken, the P2P upgrade. So Kraken, they're expanding beyond just what they do now by introducing Krak. And yes, they actually did call something Krak. It's basically a P2P app for fiat to crypto transfers. And the app is also going to support popular apps like Venmo and Cash App. And this launch, to me, perfect timing if they get it right ahead of their IPO in 2026. And so that is the end of the weekly Web3 digest this week. To me, this all seems super bullish. This industry, as I always say on these digests, is moving forward and making movements regardless of what we see in the markets, especially the altcoin market. We're moving forward. The big companies are making traction into TradFi. We're being taken more seriously. We're getting more institutions involved. We're growing as an industry. So sometimes you just need to take a step back, look at news like this, realize what really is going on the deeper level of this industry, and then understand that the future does actually look a lot more bright than current price movements. I'll see you next week on the next weekly Web3 Digest.